I jumped ahead of myself there. I apologize.
Okay, you got it.
In the writing of the information that is provided for the documentation for the court trial, Sarck has listed the crime details are negligence, failure to uphold duty, malpractice, harm to property, which none are laws. The only actual law that is listed here is Lex Roman Fidelium. So as such, the only law that will be tried here is Lex Romani Fidelium. Negligence, failure to uphold duty, malpractice, and harm to property are all no longer part of the question, as they are not laws.
Can we amend it?
You want to amend it? You have to amend it by
Yes.
holding another court case.
Alright. We'll do that.
Alright. So the only law that you're allowed to prosecute today is Lex Romani Fidelium, as that is the only law that was listed that was broken. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Alright. Now you can begin to speak.
Okay, since we're just doing that. Okay, let me bring up the law real quick.
Also, nobody could see this channel, I don't think.
No, I fixed it.
Did you fix the perms? Alright.
Yeah.
So, in the event of Ravenna Vale deciding to harm PT, if we were to define Lex Romani Fidelium states treason can be defined as the crime of betraying one country, especially by attempting to kill the sovereign or overthrow government. When Ravenna harmed the plebeian tribune's role, she ultimately obstructed/hindered the representation of the people, and therefore it is treason.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. 1 second here, let me just type and get caught up. Alright, defendant. What is your opening statement?
Well, my opening statement is I am not guilty to Lex Romani Fidelium, considering he came into the Senate VC, ear-raping us. I muted him. He then moves to the PC chambers.
Objection, hearsay.
Hey.
Where's the evidence? Hearsay.
She's on opening statement. I'm going to... That's not allowed.
Okay. Wow.
You can finish your opening statement.
The law states I can apply at any point in time within the court case.
Nope.
Yep, and I've denied it.
Not allowed.
Nice.
As I was saying, he then moves to the PC chambers channels to unmute himself. Mind you, this was while I was procreator. We were in the Senate VC. He came in, I muted him. He moves to the PC chambers and channels to unmute himself, and he comes back to the Senate VC to continue what he was doing, which was ear raping us. He kept doing this multiple times. I have proof and evidence of all of this. And I also have witnesses. He does this multiple times, therefore I restrict I restricted the Senate chat stuff for PT. He somehow bypassed that, and then he continues to do his bullshit, as to which I temporarily revoked the privileges of PT, the plebeian tribune role, the plebeian council, and plebeian magistrate roles that he has authority over, because he kept abusing his powers in the PC to harm the Senate.
Okay. Anything else?
If you wish for any evidence, I'm not sure when to submit that, but I have evidence.
There'll be a chance to submit it.
Okay, then I am done, yes.
Okay. Alright, give me a second here. Alright. Both opening statements have concluded. Now that both opening statements have concluded, I now present that the plaintiff may present the charge, any evidence he has with it, and his legal argument to go alongside the charge. The charge is for Lex Roman Fidelium.
Alright, can I call Ravenna Vale to the stand?
Yep.
Alright, can you swear her in?
Okay. Give me a minute.
May I just add the Bible does not exist at this point in time?
Can you shut the fuck up?
Do
Sorry.
you swear to uphold the truth in this courtroom and follow by the law and the regulations that are a part of this empire, and continue to speak the words that are a part and lawfully respected within this empire?
Yes, sir.
All right. Come up on the stand.
Okay. Where's the stand? Okay, I'll just come up here then. Venavale, how do you find obstruction? Define obstruction for us.
I'm sorry, I'm not a dictionary.
In your own words.
Obstruction?
Yes, of course.
Can you use it in a sentence?
Okay. Okay, let me think.
So toxic.
Okay, obstruction. Walkers. Actually, how do I put this? Venavale decide to obstruct the PT's role.
I object. He's using slander of my name.
It's a definition. It's not supposed to be taken literal. It's just for example.
Mm-hmm.
Objection overruled.
Okay. Wait, what was the word? Obstruction?
Of course.
Obstruction, I would say, is defined such as blocking someone from doing something.
Okay.
Wrong.
And within the Constitution, which I'm about to list, it's in political institutions. I'm just going to post it in Senate chat, right? And I want you to read aloud this phrase right here. Or this clause right there. Can you read that aloud for us?
Where's this clause?
In Senate chat, since there's no Discovery channel.
All right, that's no problem. Yep, Senate chat. Any evidence can be DM'd to me on an individual basis. Apologies for the interruption.
As far as I'm aware, the only charge I'm being charged for is Lex. Not this.
Just read it. I have a point to make. Read it, please.
You read it.
I mean, your opening
It's
statement.
your point.
I'm not on the stand. You are, so please read it.
Well, then ask me an actual question.
Motion to compel the witness on the stand.
I'm not going to read him a bedtime story. I'm sorry.
Motion to compel is denied.
Give me $12.
Wow. Okay. So
The statement states that a senatorial access to the tribunes may be removed by consular agreement, though only if tribunes have had disorderly behavior.
And Ravenaville, in your opening statements, you did state that you are, at the time, you was a procurator, correct?
That is correct.
Okay. And when you obstructed, you can come off the stand so I can make my argument. So when you obstructed, actually, stay on the stand. One more question, Ravenna. Is the plebeian tribune not a representative of the people? NPC.
They are an elected representation of the people.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. So when you decide to hinder the people's representation, actually, you can come down and stand so I can make my point.
All right, Ravana, you can go return to your side. That's fine. No more questions to Ravana.
Okay. Oh, Ravenna just admitted that she was not consul, which is another error. She stated that she had a jurisdiction to mute me when in actuality she did not. And when you decide to hinder the people, the plebeian tribune's role, but you defined
objection denied.
Okay. When you decide to obstruct the plebeian tribune from his access, that is in violation of Lex Formatum because you are indeed trying to overthrow a representative of the people, denying their right to speak, denying their voice. So
anything more from your side, Sarck?
No.
All right, just give me a second.
Wait, is that the only charge? Yeah, it's the only charge. I'll follow the other charges in later.
All right, so now the defendant is now granted the ability to rebuttal and counter each legal argument that was made by Sarck. So the floor is yours, Ravana.
I have the memory of a goldfish. I'm not sure what he just said. when it comes to procurator and their jurisdiction is within the which you were harming the people of the Senate by ear raping us in Senate VC. Therefore, I had full power to mute you.
Objection, hearsay.
Denied.
Where's the
Denied.
evidence?
Talking, thank you.
Denied.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah, you don't like it when people interrupt you. Don't do it to others.
I'll do it again.
So he came into the VC, simple. He started ear raping us. I muted him. He moved back and forth from PC chambers to unmute himself, thus abusing his powers and harming the people of the Senate. I believe. Okay, I understand that. I feel I did things within my power in order to carry out my duty in protecting the Senate. Now I understand revoking perms in PC is a bit of a stretch and possibly out of line, yes. However, I did so in order to protect the Senate and keep the Senate in order as per my job as procreator. I understand if the PC is upset with me, but it was not an attack on them, but in defense of Sarck's abuse of power with switching in between the channels. I have multiple witnesses. If they want to testify or if they're able to, they can. I don't know if they're here. Some of them are. He also had people ping me and spam me in general chat of Rome. When I asked him to stop, he continued, and he also threatened me with several ultimatums, saying that he has a deal for me that if I accept 2 months of criminalization and resignation from the Senate with a cooldown for 3 months that cannot be amended by a modus, that he would drop the court case. And the first ultimatum was actually, reverse all your actions, the case in this issue will be dropped, and I'll give you until the case is taken. I didn't do anything because I had lost my powers at that point to reverse any action, like terms in the PC, because Valov took my abilities away.
Ravana, you mentioned witnesses and you mentioned evidence to this to back your claim. Is there evidence or witnesses that can be brought to the stand, or evidence that can be presented?
I have a list of witnesses of who were all in the VC when he started ear raping us. Those witnesses are Timo, Boomer Coda, Swites, Sarge, and Marius. As for evidence, I can DM you that. It's all on a Trello.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'd like to see the evidence as well.
If
There
you
you
could
go.
DM me the evidence.
It has been DM'd. If you wish to share it, you feel free. It's your court, my guy.
Okay.
In his evidence on the card, he showed all of the screenshots and audit logs on the Discord of where I stripped roles from the PC, yes, but they don't show where he kept abusing his powers in giving himself unmuted, how he would unmute himself back and forth. And he also said he had higher Imperium than both consoles when both consoles
Objection, relevance.
Pontifex.
I'd like to pause for just 1 second. Evidence
Sure.
was asked to be presented. Ravana allowed it to be presented. So just in a minute here, I'm just going to set up a brief group chat.
Okay.
Sarah, can you accept a friend request from me, please? This is the evidence. Please don't talk in the group chat that you were added into.
Your Honor, motion to strike Sarck's abuse of power within the JC, as it has no correlation to the charges itself, and I'm not on trial.
That information on that Trello card involving your abuse of power was not directly related and sent as evidence to this trial. I was linked the card, the first card, involving the in defense card. That's what I was linked.
Okay.
Yeah. And in the defense card, you could see the 2 screenshots of evidence.
If I may also put in this card of evidence, may
Your
I
Honor,
post it in the
I'd
GC?
like to object to that. I'd like to object to that.
Object to her addition of evidence.
Yes, as it should have been placed prior to the trial itself, seeing that they had ample time, which she started making the trial board around November 30th or near the start of the approval of the case.
Any evidence
Yeah,
she
November
presents,
30th.
any evidence she presents is evidence that she could have had beforehand. It being on the trouble card doesn't refer to it being delayed or anything. It's still being presented during her rebuttal of arguments.
Yeah, but
So denied.
Okay, wow.
Present my other card in the GC.
What other card is that? Link it.
Okay. This was a record of him unmuting himself after I've muted him multiple times.
Okay. All right. Is there anything? Is there any witnesses that you want to call to the stand, Ravana?
What's so
Yes.
Your
What's
Honor, objection. According to the law and evidence, there has to be
What's
evidence
so
linking them to the crime, and there's no
Evidence
evidence
linking
them
the
to the crime.
witnesses to the crime?
Exactly. Yes.
You wanna laugh, huh?
It's in my defense.
Yeah, but there's no evidence actually linking them to the crime. There's no evidence actually showing them that they were in VC at the time of that day. So, it has to be physical evidence, meaning a screenshot. You
Okay,
cannot
well,
say
Mr.
this.
Magister, can I still do that?
Give me a moment.
Oh my.
In your list of witness, could you list your witness off one more time, Ravana?
Sure. As per in my defense card, the list of witnesses are Timo, Boomer Coda, Swites, Sarge, and Marius.
Okay. What Sarck has stated seems to be clear. I cannot seem to find any correlation with those names that were stated to any of the proof or screenshots or evidence that's been provided. So Sarck is correct. I can't seem to find a tie-in with those witnesses, and I'll allow what he stated to be considered and acted. Is there anything else on your side, Ravana?
I'm trying to find, because I could have sworn I actually had a picture of everybody who was in that VC, but I do not recall where I put that.
Okay. So is there anything else for your rebuttal?
I'm trying to find where I put that shit. Ooh.
Stupid libtards.
Give me for a second. I'm afraid I cannot find that picture.
All right. So does that end your rebuttal? You have nothing else?
I reckon so, my good sir.
All right.
Her statement.
Ravana's rebuttal is finished. Okay.
What the fuck happened to the courtroom?
I rebut to his statement, her statement, or no.
All right. I have now opened the floor up to closing arguments. The plaintiff may go first with his closing argument.
Okay. And the trial board provided, she basically just gave us evidence that she did tamper with Senate access, tampering with the people's representation, obstructing the people's right to speak. And if we are going to be honest, Senate access is access to all channels without being obstructed. So when she did mute, and when she did deafen, and when she did tamper with all the roles, it is illegal because as per the Constitution, like I said, it states senatorial access to the tribunes may be removed by consular agreement. Due to through only if the tribunes have had or disorderly behavior. And all that we've heard today is her victimizing herself, and there's no actual evidence, no actual witnesses that are linked to the crime. And hold up, let me catch my thought. She also tampered with PC channels. She also broke the Constitution once again. She's stating imperium which is not defined or detailed within the law, and therefore, again, she's guilty as charged. Lex Romani Fidem for obstructing people's voice.
Anything else on your closing statement?
No.
Okay. Defendant is now allowed to give her closing argument. Floor is yours.
Yeah, so he says Lex Romani fight him, and he says with like the first part, treason can be defined as betraying one's country. If anything, he did so by harming our ears with the ear rape. I don't believe I'm guilty.
What?
But yeah. Ave Rome, am I right?
I'm so confused to this court case, dude.
Is there anything else? Is there anything else for your closing argument?
I did what I thought was right in order to protect the people of the Senate, who are also people of Rome. Whereas he was the one harming the people of Rome, and I was just acting in defense of that. So yes, I believe I'm done.
Okay. Closing arguments have concluded. Now that the closing arguments have concluded, that is the conclusion of the trial proceedings. As the presiding judex, I am now calling a 5-minute recess until verdict is given. Thank you.
I call the swings.
Sarge, what was your opinion on this whole thing?
I think it was a waste of time. That Sarck shouldn't have sued her because he was ear raping.
Sarck is 11-0 in court cases. The streak is never going to stop.
So, what I get from this trial is it's treasonous to ear rape in a call.
No, it's apparently treason to remove somebody's Senate access for ear raping and then unmuting themselves and coming back to do it again.
Well, wouldn't that be abuse of power?
That's not
he's
even
mad
treason.
because I revoked powers because he hurt our ears.
It's
Well,
not
Sarge,
even.
this
Which
is
I
why
mean,
Sarge,
any
this is
sensible
why you should have
person would do
notified.
so if you think about it. Like, someone's fucking around, ear raping, and then they go and abuse their powers. Of course, you're going to do something about it to
It's
protect
Sarge's
your
fault.
side of shit. Like,
Sarge
it's
made it happen.
it's a stupid ass court case to begin with, but here we are. Yo, who wants to drink tonight? Nobody? Oh yeah, wait.
Well, it depends what we're drinking.
Well, I got Fireball and Rumchata, so I guess that's what I got.
Wait, what?
For me.
Well, I got some vodka.
Hey, there we go.
What are you?
I am a woman.
I'm not allowed to drink.
Yeah, we know.
Me neither.
I've been banned from it.
I'm only 5.
Exactly.
Yo, who was that?
That was Sophia.
Oh, what?
Oh. Sarge,
Sophia,
why'd you let this happen
quit
again?
spreading COVID in the
I'm
call.
sorry.
Come
wearing
on,
my
Sarge.
mask.
You're always letting
I'm
the
wearing my
things happen wrong.